Hey guys, Brad Pryor here with Grip Brandon, hanging out with Logan Hay.
Yes, sir. You got it.
That's a very interesting last name.
Fitting for the industry, I guess.
Yeah, it very is fitting. Yeah. So what do you do for a living?
I ride saddle bronc horses. That's my main career choice, and then I run cattle with my dad as well at home. So I used to run cow-calf pairs with him, and I've kind of got away from that. I like spending all my winters down here, and he was charging me too much to feed him up there, so I got out of that, and I just run yearlings now. So I run about 300 head of yearlings every summer and breed a few heifers, and then I ride some horses too. I've kind of just started getting into that and riding and training, selling a few horses. So
cool. So where was home?
Wildwood, Alberta, little tiny town. There's about 400 people live there. It's about an hour west of Edmonton, so central Alberta, and yeah, I grew up there all my life. Never lived anywhere else.
Yeah, I've been meeting a lot of Canadians lately.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
especially in this industry, which is cool. But
yeah,
y'all are always a live party to be around, I guess, so to speak.
Yeah, we've kind of been known to be that.
I haven't met one yet that didn't have a personality.
No, that's kind of how it is. Yeah, it seems like, especially this Canadian bronc riders all. When you get all of us in the same set or same crew together, it gets pretty interesting. Some people don't know how to take us, as we're always making fun of each other, and some people take us real seriously. And once they get to know us, it's just take it pretty light. 'Cause that's how it is.
Yeah. I went to a little rope horse clinic up there, and they started drinking about 9 beer and start on the whiskey about 5. So.
Yeah.
And they rope better the more they drink. So
Got to loosen up a little.
They
bit.
will. It's like, yeah. And boy, does the language get rough, So.
Yeah, that's one thing. We dang sure we're not as prim and proper as the Texans down here when it comes to the language.
I wouldn't say we're prim and proper.
Compared to Australians, we're a little better than that.
Oh, yeah. I can agree with that for sure.
We're a mix for sure.
Yeah.
But you put Canadians and Aussies together, and look how.
Yeah.
Yeah, hide the girlfriends.
Yeah. I can see that. So French is what y'all speak up there, basically?
It's kind of, that's our second language. I don't know any of it.
You don't?
I can say bonjour, je m'appelle Logan. I think that's hi, my name is Logan. That's the extent of my French. But that's like all Eastern Canada is more French speaking down over there. And so in Western Canada, if you get anywhere west of Manitoba, you're not going to find any French speaking people.
Gotcha.
We're like required to take it a little bit in elementary, but that's it.
Really?
Yeah. So, there is, in all the cities up there's like French immersion schools where, you can learn it. Like my fiance Emma, she went to one, and she can speak a lot of French, but for the most part, it's very, very little spoken in Western Canada.
I know one thing in the area I was in, they didn't have was Pendleton whiskey.
Now.
They had a little bit of Crown. I think we drank all the Crown out of the town when we were there. And they didn't know what Topo Chico was.
No, never heard of
Club
that.
soda. Like, I just threw them off. So I just said, just give me a full Crown.
Yeah.
No, don't put nothing in but ice.
Yeah.
Because they understood what ice was, but the French was so heavy.
Oh, really? Where were you at?
Alberta.
Really? And there was French speaking then?
Ontario, I'm sorry.
You're in Ontario.
Ontario, I'm sorry.
Yeah, that makes sense, because Alberta...
It took me a minute.
Yeah. Ontario, that's the Eastern Canada. It's a lot more like that. Western Canada, like where I'm from, you can get Pendleton and Crown, but still, mostly Crown and stuff.
We literally went through like 10 deals of Crown in 7 days. And that was all within the town, unless you went to a restaurant.
Yeah.
They don't get very much of that.
No.
And I'm also tired of drinking maple stuff and eating maple stuff. You can only get so much of maple, like you can't get out of your mouth quick enough. I was talking to Ben Anderson one time about he cooked something with maple in his Capri camper, and he said
we cooked some bacon. I was with him. We cooked some. We were on a kick that we thought we needed to be cooking all the time. Well, he gets home from the bar at 2:00 in the morning, and he's got this bacon, and he has to cook it. And so he cooks up the pound of maple bacon in there. And for the rest of the summer, our camper smelled like maple bacon.
Yeah,
I can't even smell it still, because it just stunk me out that whole summer. I hated it.
Yeah, for sure. So what did your brother, sister, mom, all that? What do you?
Yeah, so my dad was Rod Hay. He was a bronc rider for a long time. Went to the finals 20 times, and then my mom, Shelley Hay. She was from British Columbia, and she's Chris Anderson, so Ben's dad's cousin, and so that's how they met. Roddy and Chris used to travel together, and then he met my mom through Chris, and then yeah, I also have two brothers, Dawson, who's been to the finals 6 times now, and then Devin, he's just cracking out this year. So I'm the oldest. That's us.
Well, so how's this year looking so far?
It's been all right. I've been picking away. I haven't got any good checks at any of the big ones. I mean, I got a little bit out of them, but lots of the smaller rodeos have been good to me so far. I won Tucson, I won second in Jackson. I've been just picking. I mean, I'm not saying they're smaller rodeos, but the big four, I didn't make the semifinals at them, so I didn't get it enough anyways. But I mean, I'm sitting 20th, so I've had much worse winners, much better winners, but can't complain.
When do you normally get your strat, through the summer? Right?
Yeah, that's how when I hit mine. Lots of people like, the time off and stuff. I'd rather just be going all the time. I'm such a ADHD, OCD kind of guy that whatever I'm doing, I'm thinking about the whole time. So if in between rodeos, we're riding horses out here, and so I'm thinking about that, and not really thinking. I do think about bronc riding still, but when I'm getting on broncs every day, that's when I'm get dialed in, and I ride my best. As I've got older, I've got better at taking a week off and still being prepared and riding my best, but I'm still more definitely sharper when I'm going to rodeo every other day.
Right.
So I usually save my rodeos. You can count 100 rodeos in a year, and so I'll save lots of my rodeos for the late summer, fall. And so, I mean, if I'm going to be gone from home the whole time, I may as well be at a rodeo every day. So
sure.
That's kind of what we think about, and that's how we plan it out. I went to a few more this winter than I normally do, just because I got to qualify for Calgary. I wasn't in the top 5 in Canada or the top 15 last year, so I got to be one of the top 10 from this year's standings to get into it. So I've gone to a few more than I typically do, and it's been going all right. So I just got to keep plugging away to make sure I get into Calgary, because that's a big one. You definitely got to get into it.
Gotcha. How does that go from working, cattle on a regular horse that's got all the bells and whistles on it, so to speak, a ranch horse, to riding broncs? Does that mess with you any?
Yeah, no, not really. I mean, that's lots of people ask me that, because I like to start a lot of colts and stuff, and they're like, oh, well, you can get on this one. He kind of bucks. You ride bucking horses. It's not the same. No, I mean, I hate when a saddle horse bucks. It's no fun at all. And it's funny, as my dad's was one of the best bronc riders ever. And when the saddle horse bucks, I've never seen more people get bucked off than him. They don't have to buck very hard, and he goes down. But I mean, it's just not the same at all. And I got on a ranch bronc one time, and that was like, I'm never doing that again. That feels terrible. It just hurts. There's nothing fun about this.
So a lot of people listen to this are tuned in with our sport, but there's some that are not. So can you kind of give the difference, why you say it feels so different and so
Yeah, well, just how the saddles are set up. It's completely different. A bronc saddle, you're riding, your feet are always ahead of you and in the neck, right? That's where it's set up, where, team rope and saddles, you're built up, and if anything, a little bit back, your feet are a little behind you. And so when they go to bucking in one of them, it's not fun. I've got so many horns in the guts and stuff just because that's how I fall off a bronc, and it's not the same. Then you get a horn right up your guts, so a lot different. And yeah, I mean, when you nod your head, this one's about to buck. When you're just on a saddle horse, you're not quite sure.
Right. Yeah. They don't really tell you what it's fixing to do.
Mm-mm.
Hardly ever. So thinking about, I thought about this the other day when I was watching the Houston Rodeo, and NFR. You see so many different flags from different countries from where cowboys are from, and I'm very patriotic towards the American flag. How is it in Canada? Is it kind of the same dynamics?
Yeah, for sure. We're very, we don't get near as many, but when the Canadian flag goes around at the NFR, that's pretty cool. We're all really good friends, and all the bronc riders are obviously close knit, but we get really close with the timed event guys that are also made it in there, and it's a pretty cool thing. It's to make the NFR takes a lot out of you, so I can appreciate it for whatever event. There's a lot that goes into that, and when it's all of our own in our own country, the whole country gets behind you,
right?
And so it's pretty cool that way. And yeah, definitely. Canada is very, very patriotic with that. You'll see lots of the Facebook comments of them sticking up for the Canadians and stuff, and some of them were ridiculous, but they definitely are very patriotic as well. We're not quite Texas patriotic, you know. We don't
Right.
we don't play the ragged old flag every time we go to a rodeo. But
Well, we're a little dramatic down here. But we got good reasons for it. So when you're traveling, you're traveling with a traveling partner, or are you traveling by yourself? Or?
yeah, so I've traveled since my rookie year with Ben Anderson, and so we've we're best buddies, always have been. We definitely got closer since we started rodeoing together, but since our rookie years, we've traveled together, and then we've had a couple different guys travel with us, but for the last 3, since Q Taylor's rookie year, we've all been together, so that's kind of been our group. It's nice to go. 3's like about the perfect to go with. Anymore, it gets a little crowded in the trucks and the Capris, and you got to sleep with someone. I mean, you're spending more time with your traveling partner than you are your family. So
yeah.
you gotta get along with them like very, very well. And either way, though, you're still gonna have some issues when you're in a truck with someone for 3 straight months. And you don't see anyone but him, so there's gonna be issues. But we do a really good job of keeping it light. I mean, me and Ben are kind of always messing around the whole time, and we keep it light. And I think that makes rodeoing a lot more pleasurable. You know, we try to have fun doing just about anything.
So I got 2 questions for you about Ben.
Yeah.
Okay. One is, what's something that nobody would know about Ben?
What's something that no one would know about Ben? Well, I mean,
Or would think Ben does, like a little, I don't know, something, a little quirky things he does, or you've seen him do driving. I mean, like people have their little things when they're going down the road.
quirky things. Well, I mean, I don't know if nobody would know. I mean, for me, this is just something I expect is he doesn't pay attention at all. When he's driving, it's the scariest thing. Me and Q can't sleep while he's driving. Because, I mean, he's watching his phone, the movie that's playing, and playing on the radio. Anything but the road. So, it is horrifying. He's like, I can count, I'm just thinking right now, 3 times where he's almost killed us just not paying attention. We were driving one time, and we were playing Risk on the iPad. And, you know, we got lots of time to kill, so we're just messing around playing a board game on the iPad. And we're like, Ben, you're not allowed to play because you don't pay attention enough. And he's like, no, I'm good. I'm going to pay attention. You know, just let me play. And we're like, all right. So we're playing. He's not paying attention. We're like, you've got to watch the road. We're driving down Florida interstates. Like, this is very busy. And he's like, I'm good. So we're playing. We look up and we're like, Ben. And there was a parked flat deck halfway in our lane, and he didn't even look in this lane. We just went vroom, vroom, straight back in, and he was like, we missed this parked flat deck by 6 inches. And well, I mean, all of us would have been dead.
Oh, wow.
And he's done that several times. He don't pay attention driving. But yeah, I don't know if that's something nobody knows. I feel like everybody should know that. If you know Ben, you know he don't pay. Right. It's hard to keep his attention.
We had our little pro thing at the Patriot a week or so ago, and he reminded me of a little kindergartner sitting there. He's very anxious to ask a question, very anxious to tell a story. You know, I thought that was very cool because you can just see that inner spirit inside of him just busting out. You know? And he just great guy. I love him to death.
I love him too.
He just has so much he wants to know about. I mean, he was asking questions that normally people don't ask,
right?
Know, about foundations and all things. He's very interactive.
Yeah.
So he's very plugged in with being curious, I guess.
He is definitely curious. Yeah, he's like a little border collie that just needs a job.
Yeah.
He don't know what his job's going to be that morning, but he's going to work. He
needs something to do.
Yeah.
So he's getting married. So what's something you could tell his soon-to-be bride that she wouldn't know?
Oh man, that she wouldn't know. I mean, the funny thing is they're almost the same. That's what I'm like.
Oh wow.
Oh yeah. Grace and Ben, it's gonna be funny because they're both kind of the same. They get fixed up on something and they're sending it no matter what. But what's something that she don't know? Well, he might think of something that morning and he's gonna be doing it that night. He might look at one of your construction things and be building it the next day. So, and Grace might not know about it. If he won Houston that day and he's got enough money, he might have a covered arena the next day.
I can respect that.
Yeah.
Because he asked me a lot of questions about foundations and how they worked on buildings and stuff. I'm sitting there thinking, you're not asking this because you're curious. You're asking this because you want to do something yourself. And then he basically admitted that.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. But then he would, he'd be wanting to do that, and then he'd be like, "Oh, it costs that much? Oh, maybe I won't do that."
Or be halfway in there and figure out how much it costs.
Yeah.
Like, oh, crap.
Yeah.
Yeah, for sure. So you mentioned something earlier, maybe talking to your dad about the old school days. To me, from what I understand, the rough stock side and the town event guys didn't used to get along. And now it seems they do.
It definitely was like that. I know it was kind of like a stigma between them because, I mean, at the beginning, there wasn't even team roping at the NFR. And, well, and actually, no, I don't know about that, but it definitely wasn't double money. And so that was kind of a big thing. And so that was the beginning of my dad, well, towards the end of my dad's career, but they were pushing for double money. And the reason, I mean, everyone wasn't a big fan of it is because they had to take cuts for them to have that. And so stuff like that caused a bit of a stigma in between them. But I mean, anymore now, I feel like we definitely all get along. I mean, I got lots of buddies on both ends. I like watching it, and we've kind of started roping a bit ourselves now. Like me and Ben team rope a bit now. I mean, that's a loose term. He
didn't tell me that. Is he heading or heeling?
Oh yeah, he heels mostly. He heads too. He thinks he's really good. That's another thing. That's one thing that maybe people don't know. Ben thinks he's a really good roper, and anything that Ben has is the best too. So the funniest part, and he's always has a new horse going. Like every year, he's got a new one coming, and it's the best horse he's ever had. By far, best horse he's ever had, and that one maybe that he's ever seen. So, but he. Anyways, yeah, so we've kind of started roping a bit too, so now, we kind of get into it, and I watch it a lot more now too, just because, I've done it and realize how all the stuff that goes on with it, and so it makes it a lot more interesting, and I like watching the horses too, like all them guys' horses, really, it's very interesting for me to watch now.
Yeah. Yeah, you watch the pros and the ones that they make it look so easy.
Yeah.
And you have no idea until you start doing it how much is going on at one time.
Yeah.
In a short amount of time.
Yeah.
A very short amount of time.
And yeah, all the work that's gone into make the horses be like that consistently going down the road without getting any time. It's crazy, yeah.
And you actually got people breeding now for rope horses.
Yeah.
Rope horses used to be a flunky of the cutting industry or reining cow horse or something like that. Now you actually have people breeding for better rope horses.
Strictly for it, yeah.
So it's gotten crazy.
Yeah.
Talent-wise for horse and rider.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and the bucking horses has been the same thing, it was kind of, that's how they started out too. I mean, it's been 80 years ago, they was kind of like that, just the rejects kind of type things. And now, I mean, they sold a horse for $180,000 at the sale this year. So they're getting to be worth a lot of money as well. And people are also, shifting like breeding into that and taking all sorts of bloodlines. And yeah, it's interesting how much the breeding's changed in all of just horses in general over the last few years.
What is one of your favorite old school Bronc?
Old school Broncs, Cool Alley is one of my favorite ones. I mean, if you look back even 20 years ago, the caliber of Broncs that we have right now are quite a bit better than them. But they still had the 10-15 that would look unbelievable today, and she was one. That was one of the greatest horses to ever live. Is Kessler's horse, Cool Alley, and Billy Etbauer has the arena record twice on her at the NFR is 93, and I have the world record of the highest score ever, 95.5, and I could admit, I think Billy's ride there was better than my world record, and I'll say that. His ride at the NFR, he made her rare, it stopped rare, and then she bucked him off at the whistle, and it was, I think, the best ride of all time.
Really?
Yeah.
I'm going to have to go dig and watch that now.
Yeah, it's right. Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
That's awesome. What is your all-time horse now? Like, what's a horse that maybe one you hadn't covered or one you want to cover?
Well, my favorite is X9 Explosive Skies. That's the one I set the world record on, and she was something else. I've been on probably 1,500 bucking horses in my life, and nothing I've ever got on has felt like her. Like she was unbelievable. The power she had, and it was. You had to get on her to really feel. Every time you watch her in real life, it was impressive. But to actually get on her, it's something like you can't even explain it. It feels like she's going to buck you off the entire time, even though you're ahead doing everything right. Mm. And there's not very many that feel like that. So she would be the coolest one. She hurt her leg. She broke a bone in her leg, and 2 years ago, and so they just retired her and are just having colts out of her now. So it's unfortunate we don't get to see her anymore, but that would be my favorite one. If we're going to talk about one still going, I'm a huge fan of Larry Culpepper. He's always been really, really good to me. I won my first round at the NFR on him. I mean, every time I've been on him, I've been 88 or 89. And it's funny because Ben hates him because he gets on him and he's like 82 or 3. He never bucks for him. And he's like, you can have that stupid horse. I'm like, I will gladly take it.
You describe a feeling I haven't heard much when I didn't study saddle bronc that much, but when you're on a rope horse, you can feel all the power when you're sitting in that box. Mm-hmm. Like, you know, the horse I rode when I was 21 years old, he is still just as fidgety and ready to go.
Yeah.
Is it the same way when you're on a bronc? You can feel that power wanting them to go?
Yeah. And that's something, you know, that it's hard to, I mean, you probably see too. I mean, you can tell them good rope horses, you can tell them, you know, that they're powerful and stuff like that. But as a bronc rider, it's some of them you watch them and you can't tell how much power they have until you're on them, you know. They look the same as that one, but they don't feel the same. But she was one like that. And I mean, there's still lots going today that are just, I mean, most of the time they're hard as a rock like that. But yeah, you get on them and you're like, okay, I better bear down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what, for people that don't know, what are you looking for when that gate opens? What do you, if you had to describe a perfect performance for the horse? I think that's what people don't understand, how the scores work.
Right.
It's not all you. It's half the horse, half you.
For sure. So, I mean, the best thing that they can do is not cover too much ground. They stay close to the chutes and really push off for you and then get in the air. Because, I mean, lots of them are kicking hard, but there's a big difference between one kicking hard and one that's, you know, bailing this high in the air and kicking hard. So, I mean, there's horses that take 25 jumps, not that much, but take 15 jumps in 8 seconds. And the one that takes 10 jumps and is jumping this high in the air and only goes from me to the doorway 10 yards, that's what you want. You want them to stay close, not cover ground, and, you know, kick hard every time.
Gotcha.
Yeah. And, I mean, it's ideal for us if they go straight and don't have any wobbles, but, I mean, if you want the most amount of points, they got to have, you know, some degree of difficulty to them. You know, they got to have some lead changes, some moves, some stuff like that.
I got you.
Which it kind of, back in the day, they had a lot of stuff like that, and it was just kind of gross, trashy stuff. They'd have a lot of ducks, a lot of dives, and it's hard to make a good ride on them. If you do, I mean, you do get points, but the way they've gone to breeding now, it's kind of almost bred that out of them. A lot of the real trashy, which, I mean, it's good to watch, but their lifespans are a lot shorter because they get rode a couple times and then lots of times they spit it, you know. They're like, well, I usually buck them off every time here. Now I get rode and I'm like, I'm not really about this anymore.
Right.
So that's kind of got bred out of them a little bit. And, you know, lots of horses are taking a lot more rein and they're a lot nicer to ride, which is good for us. But you don't see a lot of true, like what we call eliminators anymore because of that, just kind of how the breeding's gone. And guys are just, it's a lot deeper, and so them type of horses are getting rode a lot more, and that takes it out of them.
So that leads into my next question. So the eliminator, I would assume that you didn't cover your ride.
Yeah. So that's what we call them. I mean, we kind of separate them into 3 pens. Hoppers are ones that are just fun, easy to ride. You know, you get to make your best ride on them, flash them up, and you shouldn't buck off a hopper. You feel real dumb when you do.
Right.
And that's what, I mean, lots of horses, that's probably what the majority of them get sorted into. That's just how they go. And then there's like TV pen style horse, which like Larry Culpepper, Explosive Skies, those ones that just, they really buck hard. They take it to the next level, but they're also still, they don't got a whole bunch of dirty stuff to them. It's just, you got to do everything right or it's not going to work, but they're not going to be anything dirty about it. And then there's the eliminators, and they'll have some tricks about them. They're either going to be, you know, kind of flinging their head around, they'll have big ducks, a big rear, something that's not fun and not easy.
Right.
Yes, sir.
Would that be more of a short round?
Short round is going to be more, how a lot of those typically work is the short round, so the 4-mans are going to be the TV pen. Lots of them go with an eliminator, like 8 or 10-man round. Okay. And then, so it kind of makes, you know, you got to be a cowboy to make the 4 round. Right. And so you got to cover one of them. And lots of them go with that. It's very hard to pen eliminators, though, because, you know, eliminators are very unpredictable. obviously, as in you never know what they're going to do. So it's hard to put 10 even eliminators together. And so sometimes they'll stay away from it like that. And, just put 10 good to ride ones on, make it a riding contest instead of a drawing contest.
Gotcha.
Yes, sir.
That makes sense. What are the genetic? I mean, what type of horses are these that are being bred? I mean, you look. I mean, they're big, strong, stout.
Yeah, I mean, basically now they're bucking horses. I mean, it should be its own breed at this point because that's what they are. I mean, they've come. There's a really good documentary, the Took documentary, kind of explains it all. And I mean, it started from, like I said, it was just reject saddle horses essentially, and then he was breeding them over big shires, and so he got a bit of size into them, and then so he kind of created the bucking horse essentially. So he added a lot more size because the reject saddle horses were too small to take it. They didn't. I mean, they'd buck for a few times, and then they're just too small. They couldn't take the consistent bucking, and so he bred some size into him, and then that's kind of how it started. And since then, now it's, I mean, a bucking horse is a bucking horse. Right. You see, kind of in Canada, like if you look at Calgary Stampede, their horses are big, solid. I mean, you don't get on many that are under 15.2. Like they're all big, 15.2, 1,500 pounds. Kind of is a minimum almost. Mm-hmm. And so that's kind of what they look, and they got big, feathery foot. They'd all be a size 1 at least, and so that's kind of what the bucking horses build has gone into. And then, it's kind of got into, sometimes they were getting a little bit too big, where, they're too big, too fat, and they'd be good for 2 or 3 trips. But summertime, they're going just as hard as we are. Like they get 10 trips over 2 months. And so them big ones weren't really handling it as much. So they kind of had to find the happy medium.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense. What is your favorite rodeo?
Favorite rodeo? Oh, Calgary's my favorite. Yeah, it's pretty hard to beat that. Houston's really, really awesome too. I love Houston. Great rodeo to ride at. But there's the energy at Calgary is just different. There's nothing like it. You ride in front of that big grandstand there. It's always packed. And that's my favorite one is Calgary for sure.
Well, what is your most memorable rodeo experience? How about that?
Winning Calgary. I won Calgary in 2022. I was the first guy out, which I mean it's very hard to win in the rough stock being the first guy out, and especially in a 4-man round. So it's just human nature to get a little progressive. But no matter what, when you get 4 ranked Broncs and 4 great Bronc riders, it's gonna be tough. And that was my most memorable. It was me, Ben, and Dawson, and our buddy Lefty Holman were all in the 4-man, which is crazy. We kind of all started together. Me, Dawson, and Ben got on our first Broncs all together, and then we're in the 4-man of the biggest rodeo. We've all grew up watching it. It was our dream to just ride there, and we were riding. One of us was going to win it that day, so that was a really cool day. And I was first out, and I was 89, and I was like, well, that's good. But I mean, there's probably going to be a 90. It's typically in Calgary, you're going to see a 90, and it ended up being Dawson was last out, and he was 88 and a half, and I knew I won it. And so you get to run across the arena, like right into, and you get your or your bronze right below on the grandstand in front of everyone. And so running across that arena is definitely my favorite moment. It's pretty cool, pretty surreal. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool. So if you had to give somebody that didn't come from a rodeo family and they wanted to be a saddle bronc or in your industry, what advice would you give them of how to start? What would be good ways for them to get introduced to it, I guess?
I think the best way is to go to a school first off. Me and Ben have put on a bunch of schools, and we like to try and give kids like that a start, and even kids that come from a rodeo family. But you go to a school, you learn the foundations, just the basic stuff of what you're supposed to be doing, and because I mean you can watch it on TV and stuff, but till you get it explained to you, it's nice to have, you need a foundation to work on. And, it comes from equipment to what you need to be, what kind of horses you should be looking at getting on and just stuff like that. So you go to a school, they'll teach you all that stuff, get your equipment set up, right? Because, I mean, if you don't come from a rodeo or a bronc riding, it's so hard to set your saddle up, and that makes the biggest difference. If your saddle's not set up right, it's impossible to do it right. So I'd say go to a school first, and then you just got to just do it. I mean, you just got to get on a bunch. Like if you seen the wrecks that me, Dawson, and Ben got in when we started, it was just wreck after wreck after wreck. And you just got to keep doing it. And eventually one day it's going to click. And then you're going to get bucked off another 150 in a row. It's not a fun sport to start. So if you don't think you got it in you, I wouldn't even try, because you're going to be 300-400 head of bucking horses before you even think you have an idea of figuring it out.
Yeah, which ultimately feels like a car wreck.
Yeah. So I rode my third Bronc ever, and I was like, oh, this is sweet. This is easy. And I fell off 60 straight. Never made it again to the pickup man for 60 straight. And I was like, man, this sucks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, when you were talking about your saddle being set up, is that something, how to set up your rigging on the horse, or how it's set up?
It's your stirrups, actually. I mean, it's how to saddle one for sure, but I mean, that's pretty straightforward. It's just like a rope saddle. You know, you're running it straight. You're allowed to go straight up and down. You know, you don't want it too far ahead. I say that, and I bucked my saddle off in Houston. I don't know if you've seen that.
No.
My saddle went right over the head with me.
I heard about it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, that guy. I hit the ground, and my feet were still in the stirrups, and the horse stepped right on my back. So, yeah, I'll show you the video after. But anyways, you just run it straight up and down and pull. But it's more setting your stirrups up, and like so that your saddle's helping you. Because if your saddle's not helping you, you're just screwed from the beginning. And and it's very finicky, because it's hard to feel if you don't know what it's felt like. You don't know how it should feel in the beginning. So. You don't know what you're looking for, so you need a little bit of help with that. And then just at them schools, we teach us a lot of safety things, a lot of things that'll just avoid a lot of wrecks that are very easily avoidable. And so we do stuff like that, and it's, just in the chute, how you're getting on, what stirrups you put on, how you measure your rein, get your back cinch, and all stuff like that, and making sure you got a neck rope and all in that. And then we also kind of teach you how to get bucked off, because you're going to get bucked off. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. You're going to a lot.
Right.
Yeah. And so we kind of explain a little bit of how to get out of wrecks like that. You got to go to your belly. You always keep your rein. Lots of people, that's the first thing. They're halfway off, and so they're trying to help themselves get off. They throw the rein away. Well, the only thing your rein does is help you go to the ground with your stirrups off. If you throw it off, your stirrups hang, and that's no fun.
No, I don't even sound fun.
No, it sucks a lot.
Yeah, I like pulling the steering wheel off. Car driving down the road. Sounds like. When you talking about all that, I think one of the untalked about things in the industry is the pickup man.
Yeah.
Their job is incredibly important.
Incredible.
You're talking safety.
Yeah.
And their job looks simple, but I feel like it's a lot more, especially when you're chasing the horses around while you're, trying to get either bareback or what have you, trying to get loose, and them getting tugged on and not get kicked by the horse. There's so many things going on, but I don't think people realize that.
Yeah. And how, good their horses are too. A pickup man's only as good as his horse, and we're very blessed in Canada with that. We have such good pickup men, and so that helps a lot with the wrecks. But they do go unseen a lot, and they are they're amazing. Right now, we've got so many good pickup men everywhere, and they're all riding really good horses, and that's definitely improved over the last bit. When my dad was going, you didn't know who was going to be picking up at that rodeo, and he was getting on practice pens, and he'd have Fred, and whoever would come pick up, and hopefully they could get close enough.
Yeah.
But no, there's a lot going on. Picking up's not easy, and they what we got right now is very good. That's something else we teach at schools too, is to be going to places that are safe and have good pickup men. It's not just the stock contractor's son or something on some donkey he's riding.
Right.
You got to go to places that are set up with good pickup men that run good horses, and that's a big thing.
When you're saying they're on good horses, you're talking about how the horse stays with the Bronc, or
good broke horses. They've been. Everyone's going to be cycling colts in at practice pens and stuff, obviously, because they don't just become a great horse. But you see, if you look at Tyler Craft, for example, he's got 8 head of horses that are unbelievable. And they're not just good pickup horses; they're just extremely broke, great horses. And that's what it takes. Lots of people back in the day, they used to have horses that were kind of just pickup horses, and they're kind of, blown up things that had just run in there with no self-preservation, and that's kind of how it used to be. And now it's turned into just really broke good horses. I mean, these things can do whatever. And so that's, I like watching them too. The pickup horses are impressive.
Yeah, I agree. 100%. You say you have a fiance you get married to?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
You and Ben getting married on the same date?
Yeah,
I can see y'all splitting the wedding.
I waited a little bit. Ben gave himself a month and a half. I'm getting married in October, so I'll be getting married in Canada, and so I give myself a little bit more planning.
Yeah, he was texting me Friday or Saturday, asking me about something, borrowing something from me, and I was like, sure, whatever. And I just heard he was getting married, and now all of a sudden he's getting married like quick. I was like, he said, are you coming? I was like, when is it?
Next week.
Yeah, I know. I'm like,
he's probably asking me for a place if he could have it there.
Yeah. Knowing him, like, who knows? It's a very loaded question with him sometimes. So it shows his patience is very little.
Oh yeah, very little. Yeah.
So is your lady, she coming from a rodeo family or?
Yes, sir. Yeah. So she's from Canada. I'm her Southern. Her dad rode bulls up there. Cam Southern, everyone calls him Taco. He would be a good one to have on here. I can tell you some stories.
I love stories.
Yeah, he's have a million. If you want to sit down and listen to some stories, you talk to Taco for a while. He's got some wild ones. But yeah, so they come from a rodeo family up there, and then so I met her at Calgary last year, or 2 years ago, I guess, and then we're getting married in October in the fall.
You getting married up there?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, wait till after the rodeo season. It's done a little bit then, and so I can kick back and just focus on that.
Cool. Well, Ben told us a little story the other day. I don't know if you're with him about a tire disappearing on the side of a dually.
Oh yeah, on my truck, Tracy.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we lit the whole ditch on fire. We've had the worst luck with tires, me and Ben. I swear, like the amount of times that we've had tires just fall off, it's unbelievable. But
was it your truck?
Yeah, it was my truck.
You had 20-inch wheels on it?
Yeah, I put big. I won Calgary, and I had $50,000 burning in my pocket, and so I wanted to put big. I put 35s on my truck with 20-inch rims, but it's aluminum rims on a steel rim, and so apparently, news to me, you're supposed to re-torque them all the time. Well, I didn't do that, and we were driving, and it got a bit of a wobble, but we were in the mountains, and I was like, "Do you feel that, Ben?" He's like, "Yeah, I think it's just the road." I was like, "Yeah, I think you're probably right." It went away, so I was like, whatever. We kept going, got out of the mountains, and the wobble started getting bad. I'm like, I don't think that's just the road. And I looked to my right, and my dual passed me, and I was like, oh shit. So I start hitting the brake. Well, the second one flies off too, and so just my brake drum on the road, sparks flying everywhere. Well, we're watching this tire, and we're going just as fast as it, and it's hauling ass in the ditch. And it just takes a turn and is coming straight for Ben. And he's like, hit the brakes. I'm like, what do you think I'm doing? Like, I'm not trying to keep driving. And it's coming straight for him, and there's this concrete barrier on this bridge, and we got just to it, and it hit this concrete barrier. Otherwise, it's coming right through the window into Ben's lap. And it went probably 100 yards in the air, and then went into this lady's yard, and we were like, oh my God. So I got pulled over right after that ditch, and after that bridge, and we were just like, oh my God, that was insane. And we look back, and the ditch is on fire from my brake drums. So we go running over there, and we're trying to put out this fire, and this cop was there, and he hands us this little makeshift shovel out of a backpack, and we're trying to pat out this fire that's 3 acres big. I'm like, we best get out of here. Yeah. And so the fire truck came, the whole fire department came, and they put the fire out, and it was wild. And we were headed to Cody that night. We had 2 days to get there, and we messed around, golfed, give ourselves no time. Me and Ben are pretty classic at doing that. Had 2 days to drive 17 hours, and we ended up getting there as the Broncs were loaded, because we had to hitchhike a ride to Livingston, jump into Buddy's truck, and just leave my truck on the side of the road. It's just sitting there. I was like, poor Tracy. Made it to Cody though, and then we didn't even get a check. I'm like, I should have just stayed with my truck. Well, that's happened to us several times. We were driving down here last year with all our horses on, and we pull into a gas station, and these guys are pointing at our rig, and we're like, what's going on now? We look out, the whole hub of Ben's trailer's gone, and we had no idea. It's just one whole hub's gone. We're like, wonder when that happened.
Golly.
It's just brutal luck with tires. Me, Ben, and tires don't get along.
Yeah, when you put a dash cam or cameras all around y'all's rig,
Seriously.
video, because I would love to see Ben running around like an Indian, going crazy trying to put a fire out.
It was
I can only imagine how comical
hilarious.
it is. Yeah,
I got videos of it.
Oh, well, speaking of that, if you had to give advice to an 18-year-old or your 18-year-old self, what would that advice be?
What would that advice be? Don't worry. I would say, don't worry so much about the outcome and just enjoy the ride. You know, it happens so quick, and I know you want to be great, and you set up timelines for yourself. I mean, I did anyways, of when I should be doing things, and I think it's better to just, enjoy the ride, work at your course or your career every day, and just try and get better every day like that. But just enjoy every day for what it is.
Gotcha. That's a good one. You have advice from your father that still plays in your head when you're riding?
Yeah, I mean, he kind of said that in a different way, but he says the best advice he gave is to take it one horse at a time. That day you just got to ride that horse, and no matter where you're at, if you're at Houston, if you're at a practice pen, it's to just take it and think about it as you versus this horse. There's no sense in thinking about anything else, and you can't think about your last ride or your next ride, just this one horse.
Right.
So he taught us that, and that's good. When sometimes, I mean, it don't happen to me too much anymore. I've been everywhere, so I mean, I don't get too fired up, overly fired up, whether I'm in Houston or I'm at somewhere else. So that helps with that, but it's almost the opposite now. I need to get fired up with the littler ones, so I think about it still like that,
Right. Mm-hmm. So when you first started, how many times do you want to give up?
Oh, so many.
That's a lot of times.
A lot of times getting bucked out. So we started out riding steers, me and my brother Dawson, and I got wrecked out. I got on 20 steers and I broke my arm twice, and I just was like, this is stupid. I'm not having fun at this at all. So I quit. I didn't even ride steers. I went and I played basketball, I played hockey, and I went hunting in the mountains. I wrangled in the mountains in the Northwest Territories, and so I did that, and then I started getting on Broncs when we were old enough, and same thing. I got on probably 30 or 40 head, and I broke my arm another twice. I'd been on about 40 head of bucking animals and broke my arm 4 times, and I was like, wow, this sucks. I can't just not quit getting hurt. But I actually ended up, so I broke my arm at the very first rodeo I went to again after I'd just come back from breaking it 2 months earlier. And so I took that whole summer off, and I went to the mountains it was in northern BC, right on the Yukon border. Northwest Territories border, sorry. And so I took that whole summer and I went up there. I mean, it was 3 months, no cell service, no nothing. And so I let my body finally heal up, got strong. And then, that was really good for my mental game and everything like that. Because, I mean, I was kind of at that point again where it was like, I'm just getting hurt doing this. This isn't that fun. And so I went up there, and that made me crave it actually a lot. Because, I mean, I really enjoyed doing that. But I also thought about, I wanted to be a rodeo. I wanted to be a bronc rider, and I came back healthy with a good mindset, and my body was finally ready for it. Yeah. And so that was the best thing that happened for my mindset. And I mean, yeah, I was right at that point of thinking this sucks, and I'm just getting hurt. And when I came back from that, I was a lot more driven, and that helped me a lot.
Yeah. Dang, that's a lot.
Yeah.
And then still keep going.
Yeah, it was no fun. Yeah, I just kept snapping my arm, and everyone's like, "You need to drink some more milk." I'm like,
oh. So, if you had to define your grit with one word, what would it be?
My grit?
Your grit.
Relentless, I guess.
Okay, that's a good one. Yeah. That was a hard one for Ben.
Oh, yeah? He's not a great vocabulary on the guy. He doesn't know what that
I said, well, if you'd have watched these things, before this, you kind of know what the ending of the conversation is going to be. So, yeah. But anyway, I like Jack with about that kind of stuff. But, Logan, thanks for hanging out with us.
Yeah, thank you.
Yes,
thanks
sir.
for having me. It was a good time. Appreciate it.
Stay tuned for your next Grit podcast.